Well, controlling helps in fulfilling goals of the organization. Yes, one of the key importance, or I would say significance, advantage of controlling is it helps in achieving, fulfilling goals of the organization, predetermined set standards of the organizations. Now, let us first understand what are the steps happens in controlling. Well, in controlling, what we do is we actually calculate the actual performance of the organization at every stage possible. So in controlling, the first and the foremost step is to calculate or to measure the actual performance at every possible stage. Once we measure the actual performance, we naturally do what? We compare them. Compare them with our standards. If we found some deviations, discrepancies, if any, then what we do? We identify the reasons why these discrepancies or deviations are there. Once we found out the reasons, we find out the remedial actions for them. So once those problems are sorted out because of which deviations are there, automatically now the organization or the activity is performing as per the actual standard. So automatically if the activities are performing as per the actual standard, naturally organization's goal is achieved. So yes, controlling helps in fulfilling the goals of the organization. Let us take an example to understand this. Let's say my company has got an order of producing 1000 kgs of goods in 1 month, right? And I have 10 employees. So if simple mathematics tells me that one employee in a month around 100 kgs. So if I roughly assume that the employees remain absent for 5 days out of 30 days, so the total output per employee turns out to be what? In 25 days, he has to produce 100 kgs. So in 1 day, 4 kgs. So after 2 days of observations, what I understood, the average output per employee was only 2.5 kgs. What I understood, that I started identifying the reasons why this deviation is there. Because with these reasons, we are not able to achieve the target in given timelines. So we will not be able to achieve the organization's goals. So obviously, actual performance is below the standard levels. What we'll do? Yes, we'll identify the reasons why the deviations are there. Why the output is less. So once we dwell into this situation where the average output was 2.5 kg per day, we identify that rather 6 of the employees are new recruitees and they didn't have enough training. So what we have requested HR department to give proper trainings. So in extra hours, so once those employees are trained in next 5 days, automatically their production was up to the level. So now the average production start getting at 4. But still we are not able to cope up because earlier 7-8 days are lost with below performance. So what HR department did, instead of 10 employees, they have provided us 12 employees. So now after 8 days, these 12 employees ensured that the desired output has been achieved. So automatically, since now there are, instead of 10, there are 12 employees and everybody is working at their efficiency. So the earlier backlog, earlier less production has been fulfilled. So what has happened? For first 7 days, only 2.5 kg per employee. So out 10 employees, 25 kg production was there per day. So for first 7 days, it was only 175 kgs. Now, but once the training has done, now every employee is producing 4 kg. So in 10 people, 4 kg per day, 40 kg of production. And HR department gave us 2 more employees. So that's a 12, so total, 48 kgs of production. So in 10 days, we are making 480 and already we have done around 175. So 480 plus 175 is almost 650. And in another almost 7 days, we could able to produce the whole 1000 kgs output. So we are able to produce those output in given timeline with proper controlling techniques. So yes, now what do you understand? So in case of controlling, what we do? we first identify the actual performance. We measured the actual performance. And actual performance was 2.5 kg per day. Right? Which was below par. Below our average production was 4 kg per day. So which was below par. So what we did? We identified the reasons why the deviations. We understood for some of the employees the skills are not up to there. So we helped them training in next 5 days. Also, the HR department gave us recruited 2 trained personnel so that we could able to achieve that target in the next 27 days and able to fulfill the goals of the organization. So yes, controlling helps in fulfilling the goals of the organization. How? Well, the first and foremost step in controlling is to measure the actual performance. Then identify deviations if any. And if there are deviations, then identifying what are the causes of deviations. Once we identify the causes of deviations, we find out the remedial actions. What are the steps to be taken to eliminate those deviations. Once the remedies are applied, the deviations are reduced. Now the whole process has started working as per the planned objective or planned efforts. Since the organization now started working as per the planned efforts, automatically the goals of the organizations are achieved. Hence, controlling helps in fulfilling the goals of the organization.